Hey guys, Miss Ford with you here today to talk a little bit about reading skills. Yeah, I know. Not again. Yes, again. So as you can see on the screen, I have a picture of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. There is no reason in particular that I chose Alice in Wonderland for this, except for I needed an example. You will see in the top left that I am using Project Gutenberg's ebooks. If you are looking for a book to read and you don't have access to a library, especially right now during COVID, or you just, kind of want something a little different, you can always check out Gutenberg.org and they have different types of books that you can read there. Okay, so I just used this one because I thought that, it looks kind of cool. So what I want to go over with you guys today is the pre-reading strategy, a strategy that we can use whenever we are doing our reading assignments for a class or whenever you're just reading in general to kind of help you before, you actually get into your reading. So sometimes whenever we read, the words trip us up, things don't make sense, we don't necessarily know all of the words that are in there, or maybe they are a little bit different than how we think it would be spelled. So pre-reading is where you preview, pre being the prefix, before you view it. So looking at it before you actually get into it to really understand what's going on and kind of help you as you go through and read to, number one, be a little bit more fluent, and number two, to kind of help you a little bit with that comprehension as well. So in pre-reading, what you are doing is you are going through and just identifying things that stand out. So you're just going to scan down through and you're going to find things that stand out to you. Okay, I'm going to say number one that I think what stands out to me are these nice little parts right in here where I have italicized words. So that's something I'm going to want to watch out for. Oh, and I have some capital words, which means that those are going to be important. So it means when I get to those, I'm going to slow down and make sure I emphasize those. Oh, I don't know what this word is though. I've looked through and I have a question about this word. I don't really know. I don't know if that's a familiar word for me or if it's something that's new for me. I don't really know. And as I go down through a little bit more, it seems like I'm going to be okay with some of these words. I look like it might be okay. Any other words that just don't make sense or I don't know as I look down through here? Oh, you know what? I don't know what I know that I've heard latitude and longitude before, but I don't necessarily know what those mean. I think I need to go back and look at that again. Oh, this idea of learnt over here, I don't really know what that means either. I have never seen it written that way. I've seen learned, but I haven't seen learnt. Okay, so as you can see, I circled things that I'm going to want to make sure that I slow down and emphasize or say a little bit differently whenever I read. But I also put question marks around or near words that I'm not sure if I know those. So what I can do before I even start to read is to go down through and look up these words so that I know what I'm going to say or so that I understand what the passage is trying to say. The first thing I'm going to try to use is context clues. That's my first one. If I don't understand it through the use of context clues, then I'm going to go ahead and look it up. This strategy is really going to help me so that as I go through, I'm really understanding what is being said as I read. Now, for many of us, especially in our school, we do a first read and then we do a close read whenever we are going back through it. We read all of our lessons, all of our reading material at least twice. This is something I can do before my first read. If you're using a first read guide or taking notes, you may want to write down the words that you don't know so that you can keep track of those and come back to them later. Okay. This also is something where if you have a vocab word that your teacher has gone over or that is in your lesson, you can use a pre-reading strategy to go through and double check for that beforehand so that you make sure that you understand what the word is saying and how it's being used in order to best understand the story. So hopefully this pre-reading strategy will give you a little bit more help. Remember to scan down through, look at those words, see what stands out as something that you're not sure about. And it's okay if you have quite a few words that you say, I don't know, because then you'll already be set whenever you go in to do your reading and you'll be ready to go and just read through and keep that fluency moving. Until next time, see you later.